Today I'm going to be doing a guide for political lobbies in Victoria 3. We'll start out with what they do, and then we're going to move on to every single way to generate political lobbies, which is going to be in this text file here. We've got, first of all, leverage is equal to 5 times the percentage clout of a lobby. So if you have a 50% clout lobby, that'll generate 250 lobby or negative 250 leverage, depending on if it's a pro or anti-lobby. 1/4 of clout percentage is weekly liberty desire, or 1/2 if they are in government. Now we move on to lobbies.txt, which will tell us every single way to generate a lobby. First of all, I've got the anti-lobby from reducing relations. Base of 5% chance. If liberty desire is above 75, multiply by 3. If liberty desire is between 75 and 50, multiply by 2. If you're not strategically adjacent, which means bordering but includes subjects, then divide by 2. If relations are poor, then divide by, above poor, divide by 2. Anti-country lobby from reducing relations. This has a base of 10%, doubled if they're a higher rank than you. If not strategically adjacent, half the chance. If relations are above poor, half the chance. If relations are hostile, multiply by 1.5. Pro-country lobby from increasing relations. This one has a base of 5% chance. Doubled if they're a higher rank than you. Half if not strategically adjacent. Half if relations are below cordial. 1.5 times if relations are friendly. Pro-overlord lobby from increasing relations. This has a base of 10% chance, tripled if they are below 25 liberty desire, or otherwise doubled if they're below 50 liberty desire. Don't apply this one and the one above. Half if they're not strategically adjacent. Half if relations are below cordial. Anti-country lobby from passing them in rank. Base of 10% chance, half if not strategically adjacent, 25% if friendly, otherwise 50% if amicable, 75% if cordial, 1.5 times if cold, 2x if hostile. This is a multiplier to this 10% chance. Anti-country lobby from being kicked from power block. This is a base of a 20% chance, which is tripled if relations are neutral or are below neutral, which means poor below, and if they are above cordial, then you cut them in half. Positive government change catalyst, so this means you change your government to align with theirs. This one has a base of a 1% chance. Doubled if they're a higher rank than you, half if not strategically adjacent, half if relations are below cordial, 1.5 times if relations are friendly. Then we got the negative government change catalyst. This one has a base of a 1% chance. Doubled if they're a higher rank than you, half if not strategically adjacent, half if relations are above poor, 1.5 times if relations are hostile or below. Got the state conquered catalyst. This one has a 25% chance of generating an anti-lobby, doubled if they're a higher rank than you, half if not strategically adjacent, half if relations are above poor, 1.5 times if relations are hostile or below. This one is from the perspective of the country getting their state conquered. State conquered catalyst, but for subjects this time. This one's got a base of a 25% chance. If liberty desire is above 75, then multiply by 3. If liberty desire is above 50, then multiply by 2. Don't apply these at the same time, of course. Half if not strategically adjacent, half if relations are above poor. Non-conquer wargle enforce. This one has a base of 10% chance. Doubled if they're a higher rank than you, half if not strategically adjacent. If relations are above poor, half the chance. If relations are hostile or below, multiply by 1.5 times. Non-conquer wargle enforce. This one's got a base of a 10% chance. This one's against subjects. If liberty desire is above 75, then multiply by 3. If liberty desire is above 50, then multiply by 2. Half if not strategically adjacent, half if relations are above poor. Decreased relations with rival. This one is very rare at a 1% chance, apparently. Doubled if they're a higher rank than you, half if not strategically adjacent. If relations are poor or above, divide by 2. I think this is supposed to be based on what the rival's relations are, but it doesn't actually do that. If relations are hostile or below, multiply by 1.5. Decreased with relations with rival, but for subjects, this one has a 10% chance. Tripled if below 25 liberty desire. Doubled if below 50 liberty desire. Half if not strategically adjacent. Half if relations are below cordial. This one's increased relations with rival, base of 1%. Doubled if higher rank than you. Half if not strategically adjacent. Half if relations are above poor. 1.5 times if relations are hostile or below. Increased relations with rival subjects, base of 5%. If liberty desire is 75 or above, then multiply by 3. Otherwise, if liberty desire is above 50, then multiply by 2. Half if not strategically adjacent. Half if relations are above poor. Creating a rival of someone's rival has a 5% chance of generating a positive lobby. Doubled if they're higher ranked than you, half if not strategically adjacent, half if relations are above poor, 1.5 times if relations are hostile or below. Creating a rival of a rival, but for subjects, this one has a 10% chance. If liberty desire is above 75, multiplied by 3. What? This doesn't make any sense. If liberty desire is above 50, multiplied by 2. This should be a positive lobby, so I don't know why that's working like that. I should probably check that to see if that's correct. Half not strategically adjacent. Half if relations are below cordial. And we've got alliance with rival for non-subjects. This one has a 5% chance. Base at 5%, doubled if their rank is above you, half if not strategically adjacent, half if relations are above poor, 1.5 times if relations are hostile or below. Alliance with rival for subjects has a base of 5%. If liberty desire is 75 or above, then multiply by 3. Otherwise, if liberty desire is above 50, then multiply by 2. Half if not strategically adjacent, half if relations are above poor. Alliance formed. This is a 15% chance of giving you a positive lobby. Double if they're a higher rank than you, half if not strategically adjacent, half if relations are below cordial, 1.5 times if relations are friendly. Diplomatic pact broken, non-subjects. This one has a 5% chance. Double if they're a higher rank than you, half if not strategically adjacent, half if relations are above poor, 1.5 times if relations are hostile. Diplomatic pact broken, subjects. If liberty desire is 75 or above, then multiply by 3. Otherwise, if liberty desire is above 50, then multiply by 2. Half if not strategically adjacent, half if relations are above poor. Got the diplomatic pact created. Base of 5%, double if they're a higher rank than you. Half if not strategically adjacent, half if relations are below cordial. And 1.5 times if relations are friendly. Diplomatic incident. This is a thing that generates infamy. Only triggers if relations are below cordial. A base of a 0% chance. If infamy is 25 or above, then make the chance 1%. There's some else ifs that try to increase this to 5% for pariahs, but I don't think they work because it's else ifing if your infamy is above 25, so it shouldn't be able to trigger that. Diplomatic incident for subjects only triggers if relations are below cordial. Base of a 0% chance. If infamy is 25 or above, then make chance 10%. There's also else ifs for this one that I don't think work. Then we get became subject, which apparently has a 50% chance to generate pro lobby and a 60% chance to generate an anti lobby. I don't understand that. You got the autonomy decreased, which has a base of 25% chance. I don't think this one is correct, by the way. Autonomy decreased, which has a base of a 25% chance of doing an anti-lobby, apparently. If liberty desire ends up above 75, triple it. If liberty desire ends up between 50 and 75, then double it. Autonomy increased is the inverse here, base 25%. If liberty desire ends up below 25, triple. If liberty desire ends up between 25 and 50, double it. Declared war on. This one has a 20% chance. Double if rank of declare is higher than person being declared on. Half if not strategically adjacent. Diplomatic play. I think this one is them being a non-primary participant because declared war on should be this as well. Base of 10%. Double if rank of declarer is higher than person being declared on. Half if not strategically adjacent. Diplomatic demand target. This seems the same as declared war on, so maybe you want to force a diplomatic play to lower the chance of bad things happening. I'm not really sure. Base of 5% chance. Double if rank of declarer is higher than person being declared on. Half if not strategically adjacent. Then we got the generic negative catalyst with a base of 5%. If higher rank than country lobby is being generated in, doubled. Half if not strategically adjacent. Half if relations are poor. 1.5 times above poor. 1.5 times if relations are hostile or below. Then we got the generic positive catalyst, which is a base of 5%. If higher rank than country is being generated in, then double. Half if not strategically adjacent, half if relations are below cordial, and 1.5 times if relations are friendly or above. If you have any idea how fund lobbies works, I'd love a comment below. I'll probably pin it if someone can comment an explanation of how fund lobbies percentage works. And of course, subscribe if you want to help me get to 1,000 subscribers so I can get monetized.